Morning all, welcome to another Chess24 Banter Blitz, early morning edition, 10:30, a bit earlier than usual. Let's just see. Okay. Alright, let's take the first challenge. I think everything's good. Yeah, thank you, Fun Beat. A noisy plane nose happens to be going past right now. But anyway, Fenneman. Hi, morning, Fenneman. 16:08. So, okay, my first challenge. Yeah, let's play g6. I was tempted for the shilling gambit. There's a shilling gambit, knight d4 takes, queen d5. It's a trap which was used by, I think, Blackburn a number of times with success. But I think he wanted to get lots of money from people. So, yeah, it's a way for a quick win. Maybe it was under time pressure or something. But anyway, so I'm going to go for f5, f4, I think. This is now threatening f4. I've got emergency porridge here. Okay, that does vacate for the bishop, which is handy. I'm going to play this anyway because I think it's sort of squeezing white spatially. I guess I got to watch out for knight g5 takes, check, bishop h6. I think that's okay for the moment. I guess white will castle queenside. There is a perk here to white to play the castle queenside. I want to take away knight h4, so I want to play g4 without knight h4. Yeah, I think I'm going to carry. Ooh, is it dangerous? Maybe this is double-edged. I'm not entirely sure. The thing is, if white ever opens up that h-file, but for the moment it seems not entirely easy. In fact, I'm wondering knight f4 here threatens knight g2. If takes, and the queen is trapped. I'm hoping the queen's trapped, otherwise this is a blunder. Knight g2 might be a threat as well to win the queen anyway. And if takes, then I'm forking rook and knight. The only thing to watch out for this battery on h6, I don't think it's that significant at the moment. So I'm hoping this tactic works. So it's not even. You might have expected a5, a4 from me. Yeah, to go for the king. But yeah, I've spotted something here, I think, of interest. I still think the knight's trapped. So if I play knight g2. Oh no, the knight's not trapped. Okay. Good move, good response. Can I leave that there? I don't want to play knight g2. Hang on, there's a check. Hold on. Can I not play the check? I'll take this rook. Thanks for the game, Fenneman. Okay, the commutator. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm hoping this is not too double-edged, as in my king being questioned too much. Immediate h4, huh? I'm wondering about knight e5 to try and get a tempo, and then d6, and then bishop g4. I can take back with my queen at the moment. In fact, yeah, I think this is, I don't know actually, it can be kicked later with d4. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's alright, let's just do this, which maybe queen h5 is dangerous, but possibly then knight e5. The bishop moves d6, and possibly I'm going to threaten bishop g4, but it possibly could take there. It gets a little bit complex. Alright, I'm going to try this for knight e5, which holds f7. Now h6, d4, hg takes. I think I should be okay there. So h6 here. It has a very distinctive feel to this. Intriguing. This seems a bit different from the norm. If I play king f8, is that f file really dangerous? Possibly. Yeah, probably. That's probably a bit of hassle here in this game. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully it's not terminal hassle. How do I get my pieces developed? Queen f4, threatens mate. Okay, I can block that bishop with tempo. But maybe d6 is better, more solid, because I don't want e5. So I'll play this for a moment. And if queen takes, I think knight f6, and knight d5, then I'm feeling a lot of pressure. And what if queen f6 instead? Is that any better? Knight d5, I could take the queen off. Rook takes. He's shielded the bishop for a moment there. Maybe that gives me time to do something. But then he's on c7 as well. I'm starting to doubt this setup I've got here. But I'll give this a shot. Actually, doesn't he just play queen? Yeah. I need this tempo check, because I thought queen e3 was winning, actually. Yeah, because there's no check. Yeah, the f7 issue needs to be addressed. I'll try the check. And then knight f6. But no, this isn't my favourite game so far. And we've only played 2 games. I'm trying to shield f7. I think queen e3 was an interesting test. I'm just trying to pile up defending f7 at the moment. Knight d5 still looks dangerous. Is that bishop e6? Knight takes f6. Possibly in that position. There's something. Okay. If I get this knight out of the firing line. Actually, knight g5 is interesting. I'm trying to open up that h file. I think knight g5 is interesting, yeah. I have this idea. Is there anything better? Queen e5, bishop f4, knight h5. Takes my queen, I lose a piece. If I stop this being check somehow, okay. King e7 for bishop e6, now that loses that one. Rook g8. Rook h7. What about rook h7 for bishop h8? That's queen g6. Okay, I'm going to run out of time here. Don't know. I'll try this for queen h5 maybe. I don't want to run out of time either. So bishop f4, queen h5. With the idea of queen g4. Yeah, rook h7, queen g6 didn't seem that appetizing entirely because he's on f7. Here at least I can answer queen g6 with queen h5, I believe. Just about, no, probably rook takes f6 there. I might have to sack a piece back. Queen g6 here actually, bishop, maybe bishop e6. Bishop f4 looks dangerous in that position. Okay. What about just moving the queen back around here? There's knight d5. Queen e8. Okay, queen g. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not sure this looks good. What about two pieces for the queen? This doesn't look good. Particularly bishop f4. I need to somehow hit the opponent's queen. There's knight g3 after. No, there isn't. I'm just losing that bishop on e6. I think bishop f4 is dangerous. If I go with this to try and get the queens off, it's sacking a piece back. It's not particularly good news, I gotta say. Maybe I shouldn't play against King's Gambits at 10:30 in the morning. The moral of this story... Uh-oh. You can just take in them rook f7. This is all pretty dangerous. Well, that gives me a tempo. Didn't need to give me a tempo. I think he could have just played that differently. Nevertheless. If I get rook e8 in, that might be something to play rook e7. I'll stop knight d5, knight e3. Okay, I've got to start pre-moving, I think. Pre-move mode. Oh, yeah, I think there were probably more than one way of skinning the cat there, the cat being me in that game. I'm afraid. Yeah, there was more than one way. I'm pretty sure. That was... note to self, don't play the King's Gambit accepted at 10:30 in the morning. Okay. There's too much done. It's the whole romantic era is against you then. It's just I don't know. Yeah. You don't want the whole romantic era against you basically at 10:30 in the morning. I played that system for a reason. the huge dynamic potential, and yeah. I've occasionally played it against, I've had some results sometimes against even a Grandmaster. I think I once beat with a King's Gambit in a 5-minute game. I think I was looking at it the other day actually. I was indexing my, checking out my videos. Riaz or something. Anyway, so it's pretty dangerous. I think. Anyway, coming back to this game, just for a laugh, just coming back from this game for a moment. I'm going to overprotect. No, G5. Oh, Rook Knight B3. Can I stop this Knight B3 business? Or just welcome it? Do I welcome it? It's sort of releasing the tension. If he castles, he's not going to castle kingside. Can I open up over here just to make sure he's not castling queenside? This reminds me, there's a classic game here with Fischer against Spassky, the 1990-ish rematch, 1992 is it? And Fischer kind of trebled or something behind this sort of move. Here I've got that pin, and is it possible that I'm winning that A pawn? Okay, I might be tempted with this A pawn. This because it represents the A file really. If I can control the A file, maybe Rook A7 is handy, and then Queen. Okay, or this just centralizing the knights for a moment. Let's just sit on this A file for a moment. Centralize the knights. Because Rook A7, Rook B7 doesn't seem to do much. Okay, just improve these knights, I think, for the moment. Maybe the king. Get the king off the back row. Unless F6 is dangerous. I wouldn't have thought so. So G3, King G2. I can make some improvements in the position first before doing anything. Maybe, you know, restrict G5 a bit. Maybe even H5 actually, because these knights look a bit ominous. Maybe H5, trying to just weaken some squares over there, is plausible, I would say. In fact, I think G5, okay, that's kind of weakening maybe the pawn chain a bit. Can I get a knight in there? There's Queen D2. Queen D2. I want to just see what the probing move does here. Black's not in a fantastic position to defend H6. Maybe I'm going to switch actually. I'll switch to H6 here. Rook H1. On H5 I've got knight takes because of knight takes E6 check. So I think I can just safely play knight takes. Switch to this attack over here, and that looks more difficult to defend now. So I know it's strange that A5, I didn't think it was that exploitable. I think this is more kind of the exploitability factor of this, and it's, yeah, bonus king safety stuff. So E6 is weak here. I could probably just take on E6 to play, well, it looks pretty good, whatever this is. Check. Bring another knight in. So I think might be threatening knight g6 takes with then the threat of rook e8 checkmate. Okay, I think this looks good to play knight f5, and now I'm threatening, well, I'm threatening rook e7 as well as knight d6 maybe, but I think the principal one is probably rook e7. Thanks for the game, Kaz. Okay, formless. Oh, I haven't double accepted that, have I? Okay, I'm going to try e4. I don't know if I imagined this. I might have. I don't know. No. Okay, formless. I haven't got too many tips for playing those 2900. Probably don't be too upset about the rating during the game. Just try and beat them. Okay. Don't be too intimidated. I don't know if upset's the right word. Whatever that is. If I play queen h4 for f5, I have played this kind of f5 before with some success, but here he's got c4, so I just play this for a moment. I think c4 is annoying. I'm on a7 here, right? Okay, I don't really want the exchange of queens, so I think I'm gonna, for the moment, play this. Try and keep some danger around black's king. So if I have f5 and bishop g5, it looks like a fairly positive game so far anyway. It's not immediately undermining with knight d3. That bishop's holding things there, but yeah, the bishop's passive on b1. I'm looking at the rook here. I'm looking at that rook. I'm wondering bishop g5 is that any use? I can play bishop f4 after. Anyway, if I can close up his bishop. Oh. Nevertheless, knight d5, if that knight ever moves, it's only the queen holding the rook over there. Maybe this bishop, okay, so knight, I'm looking at this rook still. I know the queen's holding the rook at the moment anyway. I can play bishop f4 now. Not this one, that's not a legal move, but bishop f4. There's also bishop e7 springs to mind. Okay. Is bishop e7 better? I don't want to spend too long on this. Maybe bishop e7 is better for d6. And then knight e5. I'm just wondering, bishop e7, knight e5. I'm on f7. I'm just wondering about this. Actually, I'm on b4. Hang on, doesn't that threaten to win a piece? No. It's queen's protecting b8 there still. I have this idea that d6 just to drive away from f7, and then knight e5 would threaten something, surely, f7. There's also, I still have the latent threat of d7 for queen b8. d3 is a bit squishy for my bishop, I must admit. Or maybe this is too slow in the light of d3. All right. Do I not get an f7 business going here though? This is different now because my bishop's come alive again on f7. So takes and then knight g5 after. I've got 3 things. My rooks are connected as well. I've got 3 things on f7. In fact, I'm wondering bishop takes f7. Bishop f7. Knight e5. Double check. That doesn't, I guess that doesn't do anything particularly. But it needs to be like checked. Okay, this opens up the queen against the rook anyway. I'm hoping this sort of position has some venom with that bishop on f7. And this queen's protecting the rook still. But f7 was something. Can I do this? If takes, there's bishop f7, which might be useful, and then taking back. If here bishop takes f7, if rook e8, bishop takes f7, takes rook takes e8. Right, so bishop takes f7 here. Unless I'm kind of losing a piece, it's possible. Rook e8 would be mate if it wasn't for that rook. Right. So if it wasn't for that rook, knight h7 is almost tempting. Bishop d5 or bishop c4 might be useful for b3 later, just to have that bishop on c4. And it also might be useful for something else. I'm just wondering if it's a loose piece though now. Is it potentially a loose piece? I'm wondering, I get a chance for b3, but then this d3 is a right pain. Yeah, I guess his d pawn is a menace. I just need to try and find some counterplay if there's any going. Otherwise, this is a winning pawn. There's queen c7 check. I'm not sure that does anything actually. Oh well. I don't want queen e1 to be threatened later. Maybe h3. Just in case the back rows are. There's bishop c2, isn't there? This looks as though this pawn's the winning thing. The thing that's winning. Unless there's any checks I've got. This is pretty much... Oh, my queen's hanging anyway. Well played. Well played. Okay. Gave it a shot. Okay. Fremisk. This is a Vienna game. Right, can I play for this is probably naughty to play for a great gift here, but I have a feeling it's underestimated here. The danger of it in this. I've played this sort of thing before from a Vienna game. When the knight's not on protecting the soft spots, and there's no easy way for a knight to get to f6 immediately to hold the h7 soft spot. So I believe this could be dangerous. Now, if I play this, I'm wondering bishop e4 now, though. What about rook f7? Is a rook f7 a move on bishop e4? So I'm threatening rook takes. Mind you, I didn't really... maybe I should have checked this bishop f5 out before playing this. But anyway, now that we have this position... yeah, bishop e4, there's bishop takes c2 as well. But it does appear that... okay, I'll go with this. Yeah, that might have been a lucky break given to me. There's also knight e6 winning the queen here. But I think it's better to win the rook, actually. Because I think it's too much material for the queen there. I think this is okay for the moment. The king's still exposed, and there's these checks. I'm going to put the king on e8 here with the queen on e6. And then think about this position. And there's bishop a3, and I could... then if queen d7, queen g8, I think bishop a3 looks logical. To castle and rook f1, threatening rook f8, king takes queen f7. Yeah, I think rook f8 takes queen f7, if I can get it. Oh, okay, thanks for the game. Okay, something forward. I'll stick with e4. Have I got anything aggressive? Mainline-ish stuff? I don't know. Sort of mainline so far, isn't it? Sort of vaguely. I mean, I don't know exactly. I mean, this looks familiar anyway. Black usually, I think, well, okay. I've got an idea of just getting my G pawn now, knight e4 and G4, even if it's a pawn sack. That's my idea. I think I might be more concerned on castling. I don't think knight c5 because I'd taken him on his queen. Just want to rule that out. I think I just take that. I don't mind this pawn sack. I have good memories, I think, from this position. Okay. There's queen b, not queen b3. Queen c4 for queen e6. Rook f7, rook g7, rook g1. That looks dangerous. Queen c4. What does he do to queen c4 anyway? It's sort of a weakness of the last move. What does he do to this? I'm just curious. He does that. Right. He does that. Okay. If I take, knight takes, bishop takes. I can take with the knight to remove my liability here. Bishop c3 maybe. Now hold on. Right. Maybe this is not entirely promising. Because knight e3 looks dangerous. Oh no, not at the moment. Don't want to lose material too easily. Except I am. Okay. Wonder. I don't want to wonder too long though. Okay. This rook needs to move somewhere where it's not forked, I think. This doesn't look very promising. Yeah, maybe this could be optimistic here. G4. At the time I thought G4 was interesting, but I'm not sure it's that interesting now. The way this has been played. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Is there queen e6 here? Am I getting mated? I could try queen e6 here. Unless I'm getting mated. I mean, it's possible I'm getting mated. I mean, I can't see it. Oh, I am getting mated. Oh, with bishop e3, well played. I'll just put that on the board. That's very good. That's good. Well, okay. Oh, pawn holder. We've got a good lineup here to beat me up. Yeah. Okay. The upside here is that I don't lose too many rating points. These 2800s, these 2900s, whatever. Anyway. Let's try. I'll try this. I've avoided the structural issue. I could offer the G pawn because Of course, that worked so well in the previous game. A pawn sack worked so well. He's a pawn holder as well, so I'm giving a pawn if he wants to hold that on. Okay, he does. I thought this was dangerous. Sorry, maybe my intuition this morning might be a bit optimistic. I thought this was dangerous. Maybe it's not. Knight g6, queen h4, I guess. But on that, there's bishop g6, right, winning a piece. I just need to find a way of breaking this down. An initial bishop sack and then a rook sack might be interesting. I can sack my bishop here, check, and I can sack my rook, and I know I'd be 2 pieces down, but then I could play maybe e4. Actually, what about queen g4, more sane? G6. This just looks like an open goal. I have to try and do something brilliant here. I feel I have to do something brilliant here. But this knight g6 is a pain, I must admit. Knight g6 just seems so solid. I'm wondering if I should take on h7. Check. King g8. Queen g6, g6, knight e4. Yeah, that's the problem I have with this position. Knight g6 seems so solid. Why don't I just try and use more attacking? Isn't queen h5? Hold on, knight g6. Rook g3 is going to be dangerous. If he's never got queen h4, I've got bishop g6. So maybe I should just install my artillery here. I'm just going to install my artillery with rook g3, knowing that queen h4, I've got bishop g6. If he wants to play g6, well, that's a different kettle of fish. Now knight e4, I don't mind having that light square bishop, you know. If he wants to give me the light square bishop, I'll carry on. Maybe put the bishop here, and I want to try and castle queenside, double the rooks, bishop c3 and d5. If I had like 8 moves in a row. I know f2's hanging here, which he takes, which he promptly takes. Everyone wants to take my pawns. What is it about my pawns? Rook f3, queen h4. There's again that bishop g6, old chestnut. If takes, check, and then I take the queen. Don't I get my pawn back with rook f3? I'm being pedantic now. Don't I get the pawn back? Queen g2 seems... Oh. Takes, that'll be losing the queen, so hg. Now that is a nasty pin though. Alright, let's just chase this queen out of here. I don't like the pin. But as I said, my 8-move plan was bishop c3 and d5. So I'm trying to follow my 8-move plan, just losing a few pawns in the process, as you do. So queen takes... Bishop c3. I don't know. d5, rook h3, h6. Is there nothing? Is there nothing? Okay. As I say, the knight seems solid from earlier. I'm wondering if it's actually solid here. This rook h3, I don't think it does much damage. h6, rook g3. Just trying to eliminate that knight. I don't really. Is there any other way? Alright, I think this is a tempo gainer, which I need. Knight d3, take. I'll just stop, or just put some more artillery here, over here. Just in case. Unpin a few things. What about rook g6, actually? I talk about this knight being solid. If I try and take it out here, I think I have to do something. I have to open up this bishop. Maybe there's d5 and bishop g7. Oh, is that the cold shower stuff? Oh, there's queen f6, isn't there? I can take on e4, I guess. Oh, queen d1 is mate. Queen d1 is mate, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it's been that's my hard trio. I don't think there's any more 2800 to play. But I don't know, I thought objectively there might be something in that. It looked too dangerous for me for black to take that. I can't believe there isn't any tricks there available. Intuitive. I think there must be something for white to do that. That must be a good pawn. I've seen it actually. I've seen it in the master game anyway. There was Sadler against Adams was a pawn sack like that on in an IMSO. I'm pretty sure it looked dangerous, but yeah. I mean, was I like losing a pawn there? And also, I should wake up here. Knight takes. He has to take with the queen. I think I'll do this because otherwise there's knight takes e7. Okay. Knight d4 might be good here. Hang on. That is a fork. Wait. If I could do arrows, okay. I'm forking queen and bishop here. No, that's good news, I think. I'm going to pawn here with the check. I can win the bishop first, then the check. Probably winning the bishop is looking like an idea. And then I play the check, win the pawn. Yeah, what's wrong with this? Now G2 is protected at the moment, right? But my queen's kind of precariously... Isn't queen e4 threatening mate and the knight? So he drags his knight back, but that's an important tempo, isn't it? Okay, knight g6. Knight g6. Then he's got rook e8. So what do I do after knight? I think knight g6. So what does he do after knight g6? What does he do after knight g6? What do I do? That's the more important question. Not what he does. What do I do after knight g6? Okay, because he's going to play rook e8. Let's try and look ahead here a bit. I didn't expect that. I guess that's sort of pin there, isn't there? I'll use this pin. This looks promising. I'm glad to be a pawn up sometimes. Can I hold this pawn? I don't like to give the knight a square. I think I'll take that off. I don't want the knight having d4. Yeah, if I played c4, I don't want a knight being entrenched on d4. Can I double here? I think queen g5 if he plays h4. Maybe I could consider. I don't think he'd play to lose the two rooks here, you know? I think I can unpin with king h2. So on queen d4, king h2. If h4, queen g5 for rook e7. Yeah, I think queen g5 for rook e7 is sort of simplifying. I'm hoping without too much hassle. If I can play, or even rook e7 around here, or rook e6, maybe. Then rook e7 to get one pair of rooks off. And also a pin. Pin and win. Pin and paralysis. Pin and positional pin. If I go over here. Now if rook f5, queen d8. with the idea of rook e7. Okay, rook e7, simplify. Threatening to simplify with queen takes f4. Check. I'll be a pawn up in this king and pawn ending, which hopefully is significant. Or I can just take on h4 actually. Rook takes. I'll take on h4 with check first to try and guarantee a nice ending. Yeah, I like the position here because I've got that control of the e-file. If he takes for the rook, this one, otherwise rook e7 looks dangerous. Am I going to win this rook and pawn ending? If the queens come off, this looks delicious. This rook and pawn ending. As delicious rook and pawn endings go, this one is fairly delicious, I think. Clock advantage and weak pawns everywhere. All right, thanks. Okay, Arthur. Okay. Hi. Now, I am concerned actually. This is not as bad as all that, I believe. This opening. It's I've had some bad experiences against this. I'll try and stop b5. Although they might have been in bullet chess, I'm not sure bad experiences count in bullet chess. I don't know really what's going on in bullet chess that much. In any case, it's all a bit of a haze. So I don't know if one should say one has had bad experience in bullet chess necessarily. Okay, but anyway, moving on. So maybe unless this is a fishing pole, I'm winning a pawn here, right? Can I chase this queen or not? I think knight e4 on queen g3, so possibly the queen is not entirely fantastic on g3. Where does the queen go? Queen e6. Okay, I'm hoping knight e4 is reasonable. And if queen g6, I think there's knight f6. I think there was knight f6 anyway to win the queen on queen g6. Queen's subject to tempo gain. Be very careful with queens, I think. The most expensive piece other than the king, really. So, okay. It's fantastic to get a range of opponents on this, from Grandmaster to any rating really. Thank you, Arthur. Portis. Hi. Yeah, I'm trying this method when knight f3, I've been more comfortable with this method rather than committing to d5. I think this is more like King's Indian transposition, which I can have something to say about usually. King's Indian fianchetto variation. This is okay. So I think f5, f4 is the standard recipe. I think this porridge is solidifying much that way. Okay, I don't really want to eat porridge while playing here, so yeah, this is just solidifying. Okay, anyway, so yeah, knight f6. It's one of those you just add water things, but I don't know. e4, knight e5. Now, is e4, is it just prone to being undermined? That's one thing. Knight e5, f takes, probably, is the answer. No, actually, I can use a pawn sack here with f4. I'm going to use a pawn sack with f4. So f3 takes, I'm going to play f4. I'm going to prepare f4. I'm going to try and get onto the dark squares here. So, knight d3 might be interesting. Knight d3 looks interesting. I thought maybe he'd undermine this structure with f3. Yeah, f4 is asking for it. It's even check. In fact, he might have knight e4 coming up. I might have to move my king away, in fact. Coming to think about it. Knight e4 might have been, yeah, threatened there. Tuck the king away. No, there is knight take. There's cheeky knight takes b4 here. I'm going to play that for a5, I think. a5. We'll get the queens off. And if I played this, just tickling a pawn now. I got that word tickling from, I think Richard Tozer, this IM used it once. I don't know. I just remember him using it in, I don't know. I wish he didn't. In postmortem at some point. So anyway. Okay. So bishop takes a4 here. Yeah, just making sure my endgame is, I've got a few pawns in the endgame, not totally pawnless in the endgame, at least. If I can reinforce this knight and d5 coming up. Okay, pass pawns in the endgame. I can fracture the pawn structure here. Except it, no, it doesn't lose the exchange because maybe it does lose the exchange. Well, okay, let's be careful. What about just playing d5? Is that not? Is that a sane move? I could play a sane move as well. I could play d5. Why do I want to play e? Sorry, why do I want to play e3? Why e3? Why not just try to keep the pawns? Try and keep the pawns. If possible, it's a preference. I don't know. A2. I can use these pawns to, I think, restrict the opponent's pieces and win an exchange here. A4. I mean A2. Rook A1. Knight C2. Yes, I think it's restricting the opponent's pieces. Restricting. So that's afforded now. Try and use this B file. I mean, knight D3. Yeah, I was just thinking, this E3, even if there was, okay, I don't want to go into, it's gone now. I'm just saying, there was rook E7 anyway, as well. So that's why that wasn't entirely a good idea. So anyway. So knight D3 here, or bishop E6, I mean, it all looks pretty good. Okay, I guess rook c7 is dangerous, so parry that before doing anything. Hit the rook. Maybe rook b2 coming up. Rook b2 looks pretty good. That is a point. Okay. Can I play for rook b1 potentially? So I don't want to lose a rook with check. That wouldn't be entirely amusing. Maybe I should do this carefully. Rook a6, rook b6, rook b1. It's protected, that one. Right, try and avoid this being check. Well, does it matter? No, it does matter. What about just knight c2 plan? If I just play for knight c2, is that too sensible? Knight c2. I have to have that c2 square somehow. Thanks for the game, Portis. McTell. Hi there. Yes, I've become very interesting recently with this Van something opening, Van Kretz or something. I don't know. There is a name for it. Apparently it's not called the reverse French defense. It's Van Kretz is opening or something. Okay, so let's see. So queen d3 and bishop c2. Okay. Fine, double here. It's possibly as slow. I don't know. Knight takes and queen d5. knight takes and rook e6, king e6 is not entirely convincing. Mind you, I don't know, queen h3, we'll have a quick look at this. Queen h3, king d6. There's also knight takes g6 and rook takes e6. Thankfully there's no knight f4 here. That looks interesting for a moment, but I think you could take this way and then play bishop f6. So actually I think I just want to double the rooks with maybe the threat of maybe something. I'll take that. Oh, there is knight f4 now on the cards. To parry knight f4. Probably h4, h5, just to try and break this triangle down. h4, h5 is something to do. This c pawn looks terrible, actually. Going to think about it. In fact, so terrible, I might have to sack a piece immediately. Yeah, I think I have to sack a piece immediately with knight g6. Now, rook c3, I don't know, maybe knight e7 double check. Or queen g4. Do I have to sack a piece immediately? I can play c4 as well. Just for a moment. c4 takes... not to be harassed immediately. I'm going to try this way, and then knight g6, and then bishop g6, and see how that goes. Queen f6, rook e6 on queen f6. So knight g6, bishop g6. Check and then rook e6 threatens rook g6. I can take this out. Then swing a rook to a check. Rook e6, say knight f4. What about checking then rook e5? What does he do with that? Does he play knight f6? I guess that's worth checking. I think maybe rook g5 in that case. I mean, sorry, knight f6. I'm threatening rook h5. Knight f6. Yeah, rook g5 threatens queen h6. Rook g8, queen h6. Right, in this case, the check and then rook g5. Right, now my back row's weak. Yeah, this is dangerous. G3 does knight h3, it's dangerous. I can play the check first. So g3 is possible without losing immediately, I hope. On this knight e2's checkmate. Take, that's amazing on the back row. It's not, no. Probably I can take that. So is g3 a move here or not? If knight e2 is ruled out, I can just take. If knight h3 is not possible, I want to maybe just. Actually, I want some air for my king. Maybe h4 is safer fundamentally. Then he could just take that pawn though. And I'm still in trouble. If rook e5, check. King h2, check. King g3. It's all a bit hairy. But I think that might be the way to go, actually. Yeah, I think this is better than the g3 thing. So to recap, yeah, I'm hoping he hasn't got loads of checks, which is just winning. Check. Okay. The rook g5. Oh, I can just take here. Unless he's playing a check. Okay, I thought I could take here. This pawn's probably quite useful with the queen. Um, 20 seconds though. 20 seconds. 19. I don't think it's that easy, so but I've got this pawn, this dangerous pawn here. I'm hoping it's dangerous anyway. I'm describing it as dangerous. Does that make it dangerous? No. Check and then d7, maybe it is dangerous. 14 seconds. Queen e7, d7. Okay, I might have to pre-move here. 11 seconds. I think I can walk on the dark squares. I'll keep everything on dark squares and just walk on the dark squares with the pre-moves. Just away from that bishop. Thanks, McTell, thanks. Livy. Yeah, this d6. This is unusual, isn't it? Wait, yeah, I'm confused. Maybe I should just try that. Hope for the best. Well, it's kind of putting me off castling. I don't know if I should castle necessarily, but yeah, it feels like a risk castling. Is this some sort of hack attack system? I'm not sure about this position at all, really. What is happening? What is happening? Do I take on e2 now? Maybe knight d4. Maybe knight d4 if queen takes. So do I have c6 and something, or knight g4? Maybe knight g4 is interesting. vaguely interesting. Where does the queen go? Where does the queen go? Okay, so knight g4 here. So am I doing anything? That's the thing. What am I doing here? If he castles or something. f6, there's queen c4 check. Something to bear in mind. Okay, c5 for queen. Okay, I'll try c5. I'm wondering if he's trying to kick the knight. With c5, maybe something like... Okay. c4 might be possible because of rook c8 here. Oh, there's queen takes and then knight e7. Alright, rook c8 first then. Rook c8 first. So c4. Okay, I think f5 is... This knight, I've got to hit this knight hard. I think he's defined my plan now. I've got to hit this knight hard with b5. I have that feeling. Or just take it off. Just take it off and leave my knight on d4. It's too good. It's one of White's best pieces. But he's also closed up this diagonal a bit. So I think taking it off, blockading it, or yeah, I'm going to take it off. So c4 here, where does the queen go? If queen e3, knight c2, I think the queen's in trouble. Queen c3, knight e2 wins the queen. Queen e3, knight c2 wins an exchange. Queen a3, knight c2 wins an exchange. Queen b1, yeah, maybe queen b1. Queen b1 is played. Good stuff. Alright, what about f4 though? That looks like a nice position anyway. Shutting down the bishop a bit. And can I get rid of this knight? That's giving me a pawn, isn't it? Queen. These pawns look a bit dangerous. I could shut the queen out with d3 for a moment, just for a moment. But the pawns look dangerous, yeah. If I play this h4, h3, there's no rook e2. I think that might be worth playing at h4. And maybe rook f5. Maybe the pawns are vulnerable here. So h4, h3. And also rook f5, two primary threats. If sort of ideas, h4, h3. Okay, I'll go with this one here first, or maybe both. Maybe I combine both. Yeah, because these could be really winning actually, if not, I'm not careful. So if I tie the queen to g2, play rook f5, and the other one's. The other rook's swinging over though. Any e6, there's rook d5 though. So let's imagine this scenario with queen f1 and rook a e1. Rook f5, rook e1. Yeah, I mean, if that scenario, White could keep the pawns just there. Oh, I thought that's a bit of a time waste. Doesn't the queen want to defend g2? Yeah. I'll play this. I'm playing both. So e6, rook d5. Aha, that's intriguing. I'm going to take that off. I don't like these two connected pass pawns at the best of times. Aha. Can I get the queens off? Well, thanks for the game, Livy. I think there's time for... I'm going to have to decline for non-premium members, by the way. I think there's one more from Marcel. Marcel, hi. This possibly is the last game of the session. So we had... there's a tight schedule today at Chess24. The major tournament on, so I don't want to go too much over the schedule. So I think this is the last game. Hope you guys have enjoyed it today. 1 fun, 10 boring if you want to vote. I did get my fair share of beatings today. 3 in a row. I'm sure that was amusing for you guys. Boys and girls out there, just watch me getting crushed as well, yeah. The ECF Championship is going to be soon. I was thinking of playing in the Major Open, maybe. I'm not sure. It's always fun to watch anyway. The main... It used to be called the BCF, British Chess Federation. They changed it to ECF in later years. That's in August, I believe. So... I wonder if Adams is playing in short and stuff. Okay, so what's happening here anyway? What is this about? What is this about? This is an unusual looking, whatever it is, it's an unusual looking position. I'm happy with my bishop, don't get me wrong. Happy with this guy. Is there a possibility of knight h5 to f4? No, I'm not sure I get mated. It looks as though this is intriguing in this position to play like this. It's intriguing. I mean, when I say intriguing, I mean, you know, mildly interesting. I don't know. There's Queen f1. There's Queen h4 after. This is this fork. Looks okay. He's not castling that quickly. What about just? If that's really the case, what's wrong? This e3 looks weak. What's wrong with Queen g5 here? Just to go into e3. Yeah, I changed that. I really did consider the knight f4 earlier. Now this Queen e3 is with tempo, right? I believe. I mean, knight e4. I think I just take the bishop. So let's go in there for a laugh. Unless my queen's getting trapped, in which case it's not that funny. But if he takes like this, I can consider the f pawn and then queen takes f3 on knight e4. So okay, so here f5. I'm asking for trouble with my queen, aren't I? Bishop b6, knight e4, there's a check. Is that handy? No, I'm just asking for trouble with my queen. What is my queen doing now? I could, just for the moment, post my queen somewhere safer. I want to play f5 as well, so maybe this is the square. So knight e4, f5. I believe f5. I mean, I'm hoping f5 is reasonable. And the thing is, what happens after this? Like knight g5. This check here doesn't do anything, right? e4, would he ignore e4? Actually, e4 looks tasty while his king's in the centre. I'm going to go for that. I don't believe he would take it. I think he would want the warmth of castling. Yeah, or something. I can play the check, then there's b4. Right, let's put this knight back, I think. He has got an interruption move, c5, if he wants to win e3. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I need to support this guy. I think that was a move there. That was an interesting move. I think c5. I can play a check here. Okay. Okay. I think I just connect my rooks now. Maybe knight f2 is worthwhile. Or b5, trying to hit this pawn chain. This pawn chain here with b5. Because I'm not sure he's doing that much. So if I just try and hit this pawn chain. Alright, the pawn chain is okay. Surely it's crumbling if I play this right. I'm trying to avoid the discovered check, winning my queen. Let's go here. Maybe he's got a point with that's a bit passive. Well, I think this is more aggressive. I don't want to lose on time either, so I don't know. Let's just move the bishop. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I don't like his bishop. I must admit, he's improved the bishop. With the bishop here, at least I support knight f2 though. So if he takes, I can still take and not lose that pawn. So the bishop's got some point there at least. I'm going to make use of that, I think, now. Then that pawn's dangerous, is it? On f2? Possibly dangerous. If I took... Okay, rook e1 looks sensitive. I can threaten queen e1 with queen e7. Would he spot that threat? Or is it even it's probably difficult to do something about it, even if it's spotted. Maybe queen f3. So queen e1, king g2. Yeah, queen f3 looks... although I think he has to play queen f3 pretty pronto. Can I not just take that? Is that pawn to take? This diagonal looks good. He's trying to make me. He's trying to make me on G7. I'm aware of naughty business. Rooks. I try to be aware of naughty. When I say I'm aware of naughty business, not always. I try and be aware of naughty business. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. All right. I'm going to bed now. I mean, sorry. I'm going to the cafe now. Yeah. I didn't get up at 6 in the morning today. No, I did actually. I don't know. It was weird day. Weird morning. I'm going now. Hope you enjoyed this week. And see you next week. Thanks very much. Remember to like the video. Okay then. Cheers then. Thanks very much.